Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Virgo, I'm going to do your 2022 reading for you this evening. We're going to be breaking the reading down into three parts. First of all, it's an overall messages from Spirit for you. Then we're going to be looking at love and relationships, and then we're going to be looking at career and life path. All of it may resonate with you, or maybe just one or two parts of this reading may resonate. When it does resonate, it simply means that messages that Spirit are giving through me are messages that you are remembering. You're remembering what you already know, and that's when it resonates for you. If it doesn't resonate, my darling, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. There'll always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time that you need to hear it, as guided by Spirit. Just before I start, just a very quick announcement. I'm going live again tonight from my regular weekly slot, which is an evening with Spirit, your questions answered. So in this, I will do a general reading for those watching and also those that Spirit intends to watch at a later time. And then I will pull as many cards as I can in answer to as many questions as I can. These are questions that those watching will put into the comments. So do join me if you're able to. That's at 9 o'clock GMT time tonight, Sunday the 5th. So do check your time zones. This is London time. Okay, so let's move ahead with the reading, Virgo, and let's see what general messages that Spirit has for you. I'm using my energy oracle deck, so this could be the energy that you're in at the moment or things that are around you, but this is just, we're all energy, and that's all we simply are. So it's very important sometimes just to get a check-in energetically as to where we are. So thank you for Virgo. Thank you for those that most need to hear these messages. Thank you, Spirit. So you've got the Garden and the Gate has come out for you. This is the first card. There's something, my darling, that you're being pushed to do, that you're kind of feeling a little bit uncomfortable about doing. You're in a space at the moment where you're staying safe. And Spirit wants to slightly push you out of your comfort zone. And if this is resonating with you so far, you'll know that this message is for you. It talks about, with this Garden and the Gate, that there is abundance coming for you. You very much already achieved and manifested and created and caused into your life a space where you're content and you're happy. But there's always change in our lives, and change is a necessary part of our life, and it's a part of our evolutionary process, and that evolutionary process always moves forward. But your choice at the moment to remain is out of an habitual fear response of the unknown. But you see, if we knew where we were going in life, it wouldn't make life very exciting, would it? And sometimes we have to go to the edge of our comfort zone in order for us to make those big shifts and changes where we actually know that that fear was a liar and we can do this. So it's all about self-love, self-respect as well. If you're feeling at the moment in a space where you're feeling a little bit trapped, that's because your soul wants to roam. And this is what this Garden and this Gate represents. The gate isn't very tall, it's not very high, it's only simply up to you to come out of that. And you see there with the sort of the bird's house as well, this is about your spirit yearning to fly free at the moment. And it's a reminder from Spirit as well, that not to let your concerns about money and all your self-confidence stop you from moving forward, stop you from your path where you know that you wish to be. Because that's what you're manifesting at the time, my darling, and all you need is the belief and trust that whatever you're looking and choosing to do and yearning to do and desiring to do, the universe has already said yes to you. As above, down below. You haven't seen it yet, but if you're ignoring the signs to move to make those necessarily soul steps forward, thank you, Spirit, then it can't come in for you. It can't come in for you any more than it is. It's just sort of pending, waiting there. So try and shift your focus with the perspective that everything is happening for you, my darling. And every sign and synchronicity that you're seeing at this time is for you to make that choice to step out. And this card is a really good card for your personal abundance, whatever that may mean for you. It's also a really good card for your finances as well. So let's just see what else comes out for you. We are going to pull another oracle deck, and this is the Sacred Destiny Oracle for you. Thank you, Spirit, for Virgo. Thank you. What else do you want to say? flexibility, and on the bottom of the deck you have success. So let me just show you these two cards. First of all, you've got the success card there. This is the overall energy, and then you've got flexibility as well. So you've got two animals here, both the tiger and the panther, that tend to live alone. And what this is saying, thank you, Spirit, is at the moment they're asking you to be very kind of withdrawn from the busyness of life, and observe everything. Observe everything quietly. Step back into the shadows. Step out of yourself. Step out of your mind. Step into the stillness. Step into the shadows and start watching as if you were watching yourself as an actor in the film of your life, with the perspective of, why is this happening for me? Am I missing an opportunity here at the moment? The jungle represents that kind of beautiful habitat that's so dense and rich and diverse as well. And there is, what Spirit is saying with the jungle, there is so much that you desire, so much that will fulfill you, is there, it's ready for you. And be ready for it. And this is a really good time for you, my darling, to start to make commitments to yourself about taking those next steps forward. Sometimes it's just the fear in us that stops us from doing something. But there shouldn't be any fear in failure, because there isn't failure. It's an opportunity to learn from. It's an opportunity to grow from. It's an opportunity to observe things. And failure is something that, if you fail at something, then you only then look at it with a different perspective and then try something different. And everything that is given to us is all given to us. Everything is a gift. It's how we choose to receive it. So this is the success card. And then you've got this beautiful tiger with the bamboo here as well. So I feel this is flexibility. Another extraordinary thing about bamboo, and I learned this a while back, is with bamboo, there's a saying: the first year it sleeps, the second year it creeps, and the third year it leaps. And I think Spirit is saying to you at this time, it's time to leap, my darling. It's time to take that leap. You have created within you yourself. That first year it sleeps, it has to develop those really strong root foundations, and then it starts to creep, it starts to grow, and you have been doing some movement, and maybe now you're in your third year of whatever it is you're looking to do. Spirit is saying it's time to leap, my darling. It's time to take that leap of faith. This is a chance now for you for really rapid growth for you, and be very flexible. This is this flexibility card, so I'm just trying to take off this bracelet that's making too much noise. Be very, very flexible as well. And what that is also saying to me is, Spirit is saying to me, is let go of the control of trying to force something to happen. Go with the flow of this. Go with the flow and yield to the divine, yield to the higher power. Everything is already in place. You have sowed those seeds, your manifestations. They have been growing like the bamboo. There is a very strong foundation now. So now just bend and go and be flexible and be very observant of all of the opportunities that are coming in for you. This rich, beautiful habitat that you have created, my darling. It's all there, hidden away for you. And Spirit is saying, and now look, you've got the new beginnings card as well. So this is a really extraordinary card for you. And the new beginnings is it's that making that decision and that commitment to yourself, and waking up in the morning and literally seizing the day and saying, I'm so sorry, my dog is snoring, by the way, I don't know if you can hear it, Daisy, and saying, I'm going to seize this day. I'm going to be happy today. I'm going to be successful today. Thank you, Spirit. This is the time for that idea, that project. It's a really beautiful energy, and your power and your focus and your attention, all of that is within your creative expression. That is your soul speaking to you. So whatever it is, my darling, that you had that little dream that you've been wanting to do something for a while that you're very good at and you love to do it. Take the next steps for it. make a plan for it at the moment, and then follow and watch the steps of that the universe are guiding you to take at this time. So that, my darling, is your overall messages from Spirit. And now I'm moving those cards to one side, and we're going to look at love and relationships for you. Let's have a look. I'm going to start off with the romance angels, which I really haven't been using, and I felt guided to use. Where are they? Here they are. For these 2022 years readings. So this is for Virgo for 2022. Thank you, Spirit. For those that most need to hear the message, that one has to come out. So you've got codependency has come out for you. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Codependency is an interesting card here. At the bottom of the deck, you've got trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. When we are codependent on something, we are making that something, and in this case, somebody, the center of our foundation. I think you're very confident and very successful in what you, when you recognize that you are a soul. And you're a soul on a path of evolution. But I think that the happiness within yourself, you've attached to somebody else. And that happens all the time. So when people have a lack of self-love and a lack of security within themselves, they have they have a lot of anxiousness about how other people might see them. And they have a lack of self-belief. What happens is they look for that in somebody else. So somebody else shows them that, especially in the early stages of a relationship. It makes them feel better about themselves because somebody is loving them. But when you assign somebody else as your source of joy, then you're making them the center of your happiness. You're also assigning them as your source of suffering as well. And all it is doing is bringing up, as the honeymoon period fades, all of those feelings about yourself come up again. And they come up in this relationship because there are triggers that happen. But then we assign somebody else as that source of suffering. And actually, it's things that are still within us that we haven't resolved within ourselves. So, and with this codependency, it's also not just relying on somebody else for your happiness, but it's also saying that you are losing your identity. You've lost connection with yourself. You are seeing yourself always through the eyes of another, not through your direct perception. And you are an extraordinary individual. And wherever you are right now with your creativity and your expression, you have an awful lot of drive and energy that's very much focused in the right direction. But I believe that you've lost sight of yourself, your higher self, because of your need to please another. And that comes, my darling, from being in a space of, it's a cycle. I mean, I used to be like this. So it's over and over again, repeating the same cycles in relationships. And it makes you feel better when you think that somebody else loves you, but you shouldn't be codependent on that another person for your happiness. It is not their responsibility. And that happiness comes within you when you accept that you are mind, body, and soul. And your soul is a piece of divinity. It is source energy within you. And your soul has chosen this path. Your soul has chosen all of these experiences, and every relationship is for the evolution of that soul. And when you can step back and observe your life with everything's happening for me, not to me, then where you might blame another for your suffering or congratulate another for your happiness, you actually start to detach in a very beautiful emotional way where you know that nothing is yours to keep. Everything is fleeting. Everything is, your soul is calling forth to you for you to evolve. And so Spirit is asking you to let go of the control of trying to force this relationship to try and hold on to it. Because my darling, if it's intended for you, it will be for you. If it's not intended for you, then it's not. The universe will close the door. Let's calling and let's, if we look as well, the trust, this situation is calling for you to have faith as well. So this is about having faith and trust in what your soul, the universe, has in store for you, in plan for you, because If you are unhappy where you are right now and you're walking on eggshells as well, that is not sustainable for you. And so let's just move forward with this reading and see what Spirit is asking you to have trust with. So I'm going to use my Intuitive Heart Tarot, which was a gift for me for a very lovely friend for my birthday this week. So thank you, Spirit. You're spending a lot of time at the moment in contemplation, and that's really good. You have stepped back from this. And you have much more strength, my darling, than you realize. You are receiving an awful lot of insight at this time, and Spirit is asking you to continue to step back and observe whether you are being triggered and reacting, or whether you are responding from observing. And when we get triggered and we react, we are reenacting something. We're reacting something that we've done for a very long time. It goes back sometimes to our inner child, to when we were little, and the conditioning and the protectiveness that we put on ourselves. So do start to look at that. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What else for Virgo, for love? Thank you. So we've got the 8 of discs. Thank you. That's too many cards. Thank you very much. Thank you, Spirit. 8 of discs. You've got the Ace of discs, and you've got the Lovers. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the 2 of wands. So there are choices at this time for you. Again, this is about trusting in the power of love. There are choices that you're being asked to make at this time. And I think one of the key things about love is all really there is. And at 2 ends of the spectrum, you have love and then you have fear. So even if we're fearing something and we have that anxiety and that fear, it's because we're actually have self-love, even though sometimes we don't feel it because we're protecting ourselves. Spirit is asking you with this relationship to trust. You don't have to force it. You don't have to be dependent on it. And actually, by releasing it and letting go and saying, if it is for me, it will be for me. If it's not, that's okay as well, because it is not the center of my universe. I am. Everything has to come from you, my darling. So Spirit is asking you to trust in the love, but to let go of trying to make this happen, or to make certain things happen in a time frame that you feel it should happen. Just go with the flow, okay? Just literally let go and allow this to unfold exactly the way it is meant to be. And you've got here these 2, do you see in the background there, the 2 angels? It's allowing them, both of your souls, to be free. Because when we are very attached and codependent upon something, what happens is energetically we're putting so much pressure, because we are simply energy, and emotion is energy and motion. When we are pulling on somebody, it's like a scarf analogy. You pull on a scarf and somebody's standing there, they're going to pull back if you pull. But if you just let the scarf go, they're going to remain there, comfortable within that space. So imagine yourself, ask yourself every time you're doing something in regards to this relationship, are you scarf pulling? Or are you being? Are you doing too much, or are you just being? There is no urgency here. There's no urgency, Spirit is saying. And then you've got this 8 of discs and this Ace of discs. Okay, so this is the 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. The 2 together make the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is you taking things step by step in a very beautiful, natural way, starting to see everything manifest for you that you've been wanting to happen. But before you do that, my darling, with this 8 of Pentacles, it's about you. Do you see there are 5 pentacles on that tree, and there are 3 there on the roots? It goes back to that bamboo as well, this overall message. What Spirit is asking you to do, which is only for you, is start to create your own foundation, asking yourself, what is it that makes me happy within myself? Starting to be grateful for you, for everything you have gone through in your life, starting to recognize yourself and how amazing and beautiful you are and how unique you are, and that your self, your self-confidence and your self-respect does not come from how others perceive you. It is how you perceive yourself. That is the most important thing. It is not seeing yourself through the eyes of another. It is about your direct perception, my darling. And this Five of Pentacles that is lack of in your life, and feeling you're not worthy, and feeling that you have to try very, very hard to feel better. Because when we, those feelings of insecurity within us, those feelings of doubt, all of those things, they are conditioned thoughts and behaviors that we've have our entire lives. And it is therefore not somebody else's problem to fix that within you. And that lack of energy will disappear if you work on your own foundation with these Three of Pentacles here. The joy comes from you. The happiness comes from you. It is your choice to decide how you are going to feel. Nobody else has that power over you. It is always your choice. So try and shift this perspective in your mind and saying, I am my own foundation. I am the I am. I am that I am. I am a piece of divine source energy. I am a master manifester. I am amazing. I am creative. I am loving. I am love. Because when you come from that place, you simply don't need it from another. You rejoice and love to share in your love with another, but you don't need their love to fulfill you. So Spirit is asking you to come into that space of creating your incredibly strong roots and foundation. And it is about remembering them, because you already know this. It's about sitting in the stillness and saying, I am not these thoughts. I am not these feelings. I am the unobserved observer and the unwatched watcher in that stillness, watching it. Think about that next time you are thinking a thought or a feeling. There is that stillness, observing that. And Spirit is asking you to sit in that space and ask for the answers, because this is really important for your soul's evolution, and not to lose the codependency on another or others for you to feel good. You can do this all by yourself, my darling. And I can only talk to you from my own experiences and understandings of this. And this brings in this beautiful Ace of Pentacles for you. This Ace of Pentacles is this extraordinary gift of abundance that you have been missing in your life. The abundance that you feel is always there on the other side of that gate. The abundant, you've already created so much in your life. Look back at where you are now and everything that you have manifested up until now. And I'm sure you'll recognize points in your life where you said, like, I would like this, thank you, I would like this, and you have it now. So you are creating and causing the whole time, sometimes singly, sometimes in collaboration with other souls. But this Ace of Pentacles is the cornerstone of your foundation. And it is your understanding that your empowerment comes from understanding you are not just a mind or just a body. You are a soul with a mind and body. You are a soul that has ancient source wisdom, and that's why you must always trust your intuition. And your mind, my darling, does play tricks. Your mind can only retain information from this lifetime. So the stories that you're telling yourself are not true. You have to sit in the stillness and listen. But this is this gift that's coming into you, and I feel it is the understanding and the realization of who you are. So that is your love reading, my darling. So Spirit is saying, have trust for the situation, but this all starts with you. This all starts with you having trust and faith and belief that if you let go and you allow your soul to guide you, and you try not to move this forward and shift it and control it, it will remain, it will be, but it'll be in a much healthier, balanced way. So now we're going to move forward to look at, just looking at the time to make sure I can do the timestamp for you. We're going to look now at your career and life path, my darling. So I'm going to put those cards aside. And what are we going to pull for you? We're going to start with, actually, we're going to start with these major arcana. It's a beautiful deck called Lowbrow Tarot, and it is all designed by different artists, so I can't tell you which one, but this is the card. It is the World card, so I don't know who designed this particular one, but it is beautiful. So what Spirit is saying to me with your career and life path, and this is why you had that garden and that gate, is you've come to an end of a cycle. And many of you will be feeling this. And there is within you, and we all have this, we don't like change. There is something about change, but change is the Godding process. Change is the gift of divinity. Change brings us to the next greatest, grandest version of who we are and what our soul is yearning for. So this is the World card. It is a time of pause. It is a time of reflection for you. It is a time of understanding the shift in your energetic space. It's the time to understand how empowering you are, how disempowered you are when you give that power, that energy away to others. It's that time before you step into this new cycle. And this is a very beautiful beautiful card for you at this time. And it is the understanding that your soul's freedom to roam, if you give your soul that freedom to roam, if you follow where you're meant to go intuitively, then you're allowing the experiences to come in for you that are meant to come in for you. Thank you, Spirit. So let's have a look now using my mystical tarot. Thank you, Spirit. For Virgo, career and life path. So 9 of Swords, you are definitely worrying about something. And I feel, and I've seen the tower now, and I glanced over and saw it as I was talking. You had a tower coming out from the other deck, and now you've had the tower has popped out again. So Spirit's just given me a little tap on the knuckles to say, do read this tower card. Something has, with the end of this cycle, something has happened where there has been a sudden change in your life. Now you have maybe you've dismantled this yourself. You've caused and done this consciously because you've realized that you're at a place where there is within you a lack of something in your life and you are wanting to do more. Equally, you could have subconsciously created this tower moment because of the feelings and the energy that you've been projecting out where you've been unhappy. And that is what the universe listens to. It's your energy. It's that vibration that you're giving out. But whatever it is, it has brought you to a place where you are very upset at the moment and you're feeling like there has been a real change and a disruption in your life. Now, this could relate, this is relating to your career and life path. It can talk about relationships as well. But for me, this was career and life path. But remember, that the universe will close the door on something if it is not for you anymore, if it is time for that change, for that evolution of your soul. And whatever this was or is or was, this is for next 2022, it is going because it is not for you anymore. The door has closed. It's because your soul is looking now to move forward. And it is now time for you to talk to somebody as well. This is what this card is also talking about. There is nothing wrong with you opening up and talking to others who are there to help you. And actually, the universe, God, sends help in a variety of different messages to you in a variety of different ways. So be very open to that. So this is the Tower card, and this is the 9 of Swords. Thank you, Spirit, for Virgo, career and life path. Self-care, my darling, is so important this time. And I don't know how you perceive self-care, but what Spirit is saying to me, it's time to almost put on your slippers, withdraw, do things that are comfortable and lovely for you, you know, have those showers, have those baths, take long walks, listen to music, watch old films, whatever it is where you feel loved, you're loving yourself, you're being your own best friend at the same time. How would you treat your best friend if they were going through this? That's how you treat yourself at this time. Thank you, Spirit. And now you have got the Justice card has popped out. So this is another major life, major arcana for you. So you've got both the Tower and the Justice card. So this is saying the universe is working in your favor here, my darling. The universe is your friend. There needed to be some balancing out. There was something that wasn't right. And now this is where you're with the Justice card. It's about that balance. You're so close to your life path, or you're on your life path, and it's about taking those right approaches now. It's about focusing with that right energy. It is about discarding the doubt and the fear and moving forward with that intention, and focusing on the big picture of it all. If you can focus on the big picture of what it is you're looking to manifest, and you can enjoy that visualization, you can enjoy that creation in your mind and the imagination of it, and you have no attachment to the outcome, you just enjoy the experience of visualizing it all, you are willing it towards you. And this is also what the Justice card is saying to you. And just do it from a place of love and enjoyment. It's like a beautiful dream. So let's move forward. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Coming back to balance, coming back here to the Six of, oh, hello, that's not interesting. I did that. The Six of Pentacles. This is the Six of Pentacles. So this is about what you've been giving out at the moment is coming back to you now. Okay. So, and it's also about understanding that sometimes we feel we need much more than we actually need. And abundance, success doesn't necessarily mean all the materialistic things and all of it and the financial stuff. It means the abundant feeling that we have within us that we are enough and where we are is enough, and we have a feeling of peace, and we wish to give and we wish to share in that feeling of peace and love with others. So that is the Six of Pentacles, is that there is a balancing out that's happening for you in 2022. But you're already starting to feel it. Thank you, Spirit. What else for Virgo? Thank you. Cards. Thank you. For Virgo. Any more from this deck? All right, guys, I'm going to move on to the Witch's Tarot, my little one. Okay, so you've got the 10 of Swords, and you've also got the High Priestess has come out here. So let me just show you, first of all, the 10 of Swords. So you've had the Tower, now you've had the 10 of Swords. Spirit is saying, I'm so sorry about Daisy. Spirit is saying, accept this ending, accept this change that's happened, and move forward now. Okay, come out of the garden, go through to the meadows where there is so much opportunity you may not be seeing, and take that step. Just keep moving forward. Acceptance is an extraordinary thing, because when we accept something that it is meant to be, what we're doing in that moment of time is releasing so much resistance. Because when we're fighting against something, we're trying to make something remain or stay or force something to happen, it is emotion and energetically exhausting, and all it does is harm us and put us in a low vibration. So acceptance is part of enlightenment, because acceptance is saying, I am exactly where I am meant to be right now. I am exactly the person I'm meant to be right now. Everything that has happened for me is meant to have happened. And in that moment, you allow your energy shifts, you are at peace, and you are receiving. And part of the whole evolutionary process is releasing control and almost relaxing, doing nothing, and releasing stuff that you've been holding on to, and then just receiving. You don't need to do so much. We spend far more time being those human doings than being human beings. So accept this change and move on. There is a new dawn. You had that new beginning card, and now you've got the new dawn here. There is some things waiting for you. The cat here is kind of, was it cat? It's interesting. I thought it was the cat. It's the owl here. This owl that is your soul, is the wise old owl. Your soul can see everything from all the different perspectives and understands. Your soul is not wondering, but observing you there. And your soul is that stillness when you're thinking that thinking and thinking that thought and feeling that feeling. But your soul isn't upset. Your soul isn't concerned. Your soul is just being, because your soul understands exactly why you are right now, where you are right now. And then you've got here the beautiful High Priestess card. So the High Priestess card is, again, just like the panther and the tiger, the need for you now to come out of your life, take a step back and start observing, because when you start to observe, you start to emotionally detach from the situation. You start to be aware of all those different perspectives and all those different viewpoints of things that you might not have seen when you're caught up in it. You can see the wood for the trees. You start to ask the question, why is this happening for me? And then you start to receive, and then you start to release, and then you start to relax, and then you start to go with the flow. So that is where the High Priestess card is so important for you now. It's time to really sit, tap into your intuition, sit in the stillness, trust everything that comes through to you at that time. When you're sitting and you're receiving, trust what it is that's coming through, because it is your soul, it is God talking to you, and he talks to you all the time. You just need to listen. God talks to you through, your clearest thought, your highest thought, your clearest word, and those experiences, those things that you're going through, your greatest expression. So let's just have a look at the Witch's Wisdom Tarot to get a little bit more for you. Thank you. There is something coming in for you, my darling, something in 2022, which is really big, really beautiful, and you are going to feel in a much, much better place. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else for Virgo? And it can be very connected with what you're doing now, but it's just at a different energy space. It's at a different level. It's with more awareness. Oh, look at that there. Yeah, no, that's lovely. What is that card as well? Thank you, Spirit. So you have got, that's come out, the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So be very determined, my darling, very determined now about releasing a lot of things. So many things that are, is energy that's attached to you that's not you anymore. Focus now on purely that way forward, positively, trusting, knowing that it is already, the universe has already said yes, it's on its way to you. But the more you let go of it, the more it comes towards you, the more you release the resistance. If you're clinging onto it, it's not coming. Let go, let God. Heave a big sigh of relief and just simply say, I am letting go. I am releasing, I am relaxing, and I am ready for whatever it is the universe wishes, my soul wishes to come forth. Thank you. Because by saying thank you in advance, you are showing that you know it's on its way to you. And this Seven of Wands is also saying, come away from your need to explain to everybody about it. Just stay quiet about some of the things that you're looking to do, because sometimes other people are observing it through maybe a lack of joy in their life, and you don't want their energy mixed up with what you're looking to do. Just keep that pure intent and pure focus as a very silent, be very protective of it at this time. So that's the Seven of Wands. You've also got the Six of Wands, which is about, again, ignoring a lot of noise around you. You are going to be victorious with whatever it is that you're looking to do. It's going to be successful, but it is about keeping. Wands are about energy, they're about attention, they're about focusing that energy. So keep your intention forward, going forward at this time. And the wreath is about peace as well, and just drown out a lot of what else that's going on around you. Try and stay away from negativity, try and stay away from having negative conversations, focusing on things that are not happening, talking back over things that have happened that have upset you. Just focus your intention forward. You are willing it to happen. And this is this Eight of Wands card. Beautiful, beautiful card for you. Spring, new growth, the blossoming of things. If you focus that beautiful, bold energy and that knowing that you have, focusing it forward, look at the speed at which your manifestations are coming in. That is your energy, my darling, and that is going with the natural flow of the things, with the river there too. There may be some twists and turns that you're not expecting. Expect the unexpected, Spirit is saying. And they are saying, lastly, you've got the Temperance card has come out. This is about you being on your life path, my love. You're on your life path, and the universe is filling in all your soul in collaboration with other souls. The universe, God, is filling in all the necessary components of it. So they're saying, have temperance, have patience. This is in divine timing, and it is divine timing for a reason. because it has to fall into place at exactly the right time. And when looking back, you look at it and you think, well, of course that happened then. And of course that didn't happen then. Oh God, of course that happened then. So allow, let go and let God. And the more you literally hand it over to God, the more you see his hand in everything. Give the universe a chance. And just step back now and enjoy the space you are in and focus on centering yourself in that space of saying, I am mind, body, and soul. And this soul, my higher self, has unconditional, beautiful love for me. I am love. And learn to give yourself the love that you're desiring. Learn to respect yourself, because then that space, that energy is then reflected back in the relationships around you. That is what you're emitting. So this is a beautiful, you've had lots of major arcanas coming out, and you see there the rainbow. This is talking about the hopes and the blessings and the things coming in for you as well. And I'm seeing summer here too. So there's been spring and there's been summer, and Spirit is saying, this is a big, big, tremendous year for you, but you have to take the first steps, my darling. You've got to open that gate, whatever that may mean for you. So Virgo, I will do another reading before Christmas, but in the meantime, I hope this has resonated and helped with those that have come to listen to this reading. And I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible that do come and join me tonight at 9 o'clock for my evening with Spirit, your questions answered. In the meantime, take care and have a rest of a lovely weekend. Lots of love, my darlings. Bye-bye.